Well, in fewer than 24 hours, we'll have those numbers rolling in right here on your local election headquarters.
Voting has ended. It ended last night. And joining us right now to talk about what we know about those numbers is political analyst Jack O'Donnell. Jack, thank you for joining us here tonight. We appreciate it. Let's talk about those early voting numbers. We did not see record early voting numbers in Erie County, but we did see records in Niagara County and Cattaraugus County. What does that tell you?
Well, I think we're not seeing records because we had some COVID years that really sort of changed everything, but we're seeing a really healthy vote across the state, something like 3 million votes across New York State, 78 million votes across the country, 18 million votes in these battleground states. So people are engaged. I think we're going to see a healthy turnout.
When you see the numbers, particularly in Western New York, if you say that there are records in Niagara County, records in Cattaraugus County, not a record in Erie County, typically those rural areas of Western New York are the much redder areas of this region. Do you see that stronger Republican turnout for early voting? And what a flip that would be from 2016 and 2020.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen here and across the country that Republicans have embraced early voting. That doesn't necessarily mean more Republicans are going to vote. We'll still have to wait and see about that. But a lot of the early turnout that we've seen are folks who are regular voters, right? Folks who vote all the time. They're just replacing their election day voting with this early vote. So it's a little too early to read a lot into that, other than we've seen, Republicans had a lot of skepticism of this, starting with the Republican candidate for president the last couple cycles. Are voting.
Jack, let's talk about women voters, because we know here and across the country, women are really turning out for this election. We're seeing that in those early voting numbers. Why do you think that is, and what can that potentially show?
Well, again, we don't want to make too many rushes to judgment off these early votes, but we're seeing a huge gender gap in the voting. That's always true. Women vote more often than men, but we're seeing it really in high numbers. Pennsylvania, something like a 13% gender gap in that vote. What is giving Democrats some optimism is they're seeing that in their polling, that women are voting or plan to vote for the Democratic candidate. And so that's giving Democrats a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of hope here on election eve.
Jack, you and a couple other folks will be joining us as political analysts, me and Kels, tomorrow night. What is your expectation for timing? I don't know if there are a lot of people that really think this thing is going to be decided by midnight, or maybe even midnight on Wednesday or Thursday. What is your expectation for when we actually have an answer?
Well, all the polls are saying that this is really close. But again, we talked a little about that early vote, where folks are coming out. We've seen a little more Democratic, low propensity voters, that is, people who don't vote all the time. We've seen some sort of hints in polling that bode well for Kamala Harris. I think there's a chance, if things go her way, that we could know some of that tomorrow night. But most likely, we're really looking at Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon at the earliest to be able to be certain.
All right, Jack, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, Jack.
This family.